Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of the Computer America Show. Hopefully, all of you had a wonderful weekend. I know we did. Terrific show planned for you today. In the second hour, we're going to have GiftFind. The CEO and founder of GiftFind will be with us, Jason Brown, talking about consumer shopping online to find the best prices for the best gifts. So that's coming up in the second hour. And in the first hour, we're going to be talking to Homeselfie. Amita Jain is here. She is the co-founder and spokesperson for Homeselfie. It's a
1 minute until
patent-pending
showtime
technology to create a digital mock-up of your home. Very cool technology. And it will help you to look for key areas where you can lower your energy bill, amongst other things. So we'll be talking to her. And of course, if we have time, computer and technology news brought to you by Slimware Utilities. They are the official optimization software of Computer America. So sit back, relax, enjoy 2 hours of Computer America. And our little pre-show here. We'll be starting momentarily. Ten seconds.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Broadcasting live, it's America's longest-running national radio talk show on computers, Computer America, hosted by national columnist Craig Crossman. Look for Craig's weekly column in your favorite newspaper. This show is being beamed nationwide at ComputerAmerica.com. Keep it here for technology news, computer products, guest interviews, and your phone calls. You're listening to Computer America.
Hello, and welcome into the Computer America Show. It's the nation's longest-running, nationally syndicated radio talk show on computers. Computer America is heard around the world and coast to coast. And I'm your host, Craig Crossman.
And I'm your co-host, Ben.
And hopefully all of you had a wonderful weekend. Ben, did you do anything exciting, fun, different?
No. I'm just getting ready for, of course, CES and getting all the paperwork and all that sorted out, and keeping up to date with the folks over at Popzara. But as for this holiday, funny story. I hope all of you out there are putting up your Christmas lights, holiday lights, whatever. The shiny things outside of homes, because it really does not just kind of improve your spirit for the holidays, but of course improve everyone driving by, and looking at your house. And we just kind of got ours up, but then it rained for a couple days, so the holiday lights were looking pretty good, and then it rained, and half of them fell off the roof, and the other half stopped working because we assume a fuse shorted out. So now the Christmas lights are just in a pretty bad shape. And I won't lie, it hurt a little to do all that work and see it all come down. But no, we're that's what I did this weekend. We reversed our holiday decorations.
Well, we're going to go get some new lights and some Gorilla Tape and things to get it back up. But speaking of Christmas lights, I don't know if you're watching the news over the weekend. I thought we would. There's this big promotion, and I'm getting tons of emails on it, where they're using this little lamp that is actually an array of laser lights that you can aim at your home, and it makes your whole home sparkle. You
saw that in the news?
Well, I'll tell you, yeah, and it looked wonderful. I said, wow, that's really great, and it's inexpensive. It's easy to do. You just have to have one AC outlet, plug it in, point it to your house or to your trees, and they all lit, and it looks like you have Christmas lights everywhere. It's quite lovely to look at. And it was in the news. Evidently, some people were not aiming it properly, and it was hitting aircraft that were flying overhead.
Yeah.
And so that wasn't very good. They said, look, you're not breaking any laws if because you didn't do this intentionally, you didn't know, but you need to make sure that when you aim this device at your home, make sure that it isn't pointing straight up to the sky, because it's little lasers, and obviously it is a federal offense to aim any kind of a laser light at an aircraft flying overhead. It's a felony. You can go to
Very, very distracting, I'm sure. No, and I say weird about the news because we just took a walk around the neighborhood last night actually, and I'd say, I had heard of them before, and we had talked about them on the show, when they first came out about a year or two ago. But I would say this year I've seen about 5 of them at 5 different houses.
Really?
In the neighborhood. So they're really getting popular. And I guess,
Well,
now that they're getting popular, people are going to get in trouble with them.
Well, they'll only get in trouble with them if they aren't careful where they're aiming them. If you just aim at your home or at your tree and make sure nothing is pointing up toward the sky, that's fine. But if you're careless with it, then that could cause a problem. And it might actually make them illegal. The company that's actually making them so far doesn't bad at this point. So.
But we talk about that on the show a lot about how laser pointers come up every so often. We tell people it's a law. It's a law to not point lasers at aircraft.
Yes.
And I guess in our line of work, it seems common knowledge, and we talk about it all the time, and we feel like everyone should know that. But you got to think that the average consumer out there who's buying, who perhaps sees these, easy to install laser Christmas light systems, they see these things, but they don't know the law surrounding lasers. No. It's a little niche.
Well, that's the thing, because the interview on TV, they
I bet you if they people would say, "Oh, I had no idea."
That's right. They had no idea, and so they just were able just to lower it down so it wasn't pointing toward the night sky, and everything was fine. But a lot of people aren't aware of that, and so they may have to change the wording on the packaging. I think that would probably be the next thing. Is make sure that you're pointing this toward your home or toward your trees. Do not point it toward.
It's probably buried in the instructions, and who reads the instructions? That they're supposed to be easy to install. Take it out of the package, plug it in, call it a day.
They might have it on big letters on the outside of the box, then just only in the instructions. They might have it there. Some sort of a warning or a warning tag saying, do not direct this toward the sky. But it was interesting to see, and something that I'm sure no one had considered.
And again, like I've seen them in real life. They really do look admittedly, there's just something about the handwork and craftsmanship of, stringing the lights and, putting them all over your house and putting in that effort. But the lasers, they do look pretty good. They do look pretty good.
Yeah, they did look very good. I've seen them. Okay. So what we're going to do is, as I mentioned in the second hour of the show, we're going to have a company called GiftFind on the program. And their mission is to help consumers shopping online in Canada and the U.S. to find gifts at the best prices. We have the company's CEO and founder, Jason Brown, going to be joining us in the second hour of the program. And in the first hour, we're going to be talking to a company called Homeselfie. Amita Jain is here. She is the co-founder and spokesperson for Homeselfie. And evidently, this is a very interesting technology that creates a digital mock-up of your home. And it's very interesting how they help you to identify and lower your energy bill. This is very interesting stuff. So we have her on the show. If you have a comment or a question for us, we'd love to hear from you. 347-884-8881. 347-884-8881. I'll get you on and get you through. If you're radio shy and you don't want to make a phone call, but you still have a comment or a question for a guest, go to computeramerica.com, which is the internet home of our radio broadcast. On the upper right-hand corner of any page at computeramerica.com, you'll see it says submit a question. It's a link. Just click it. It'll take you to our question submission page. You can type in a question or your comment. Ben and I will see it immediately, and we will ask your question on your behalf to our guests. The other nice thing is that not only can you listen to the show, you can also watch the Computer America show. If you're listening to us live between the hours of 3 and 5 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday, just go to our website at computeramerica.com and just click on the show lounge selection. Again, on any page, it's on the menu bar there. It'll take you to our live video streaming page. The streaming will begin automatically. You won't have to do anything. And you can see us. You can see myself. You can see Ben. Sometimes you can see our guests. It all depends. but certainly Ben has the technology to display websites, movies, videos in the background, so you can actually see what we're talking about. So it just adds to the experience we call Computer America. So that's all the different ways you can interact with us. Ben, anything else you want to mention before we bring our first hour guest on?
Yeah, just real quick. Of course, we mentioned a little bit there was a CES. We're not going to go into it right now, but know that Computer America will be out attending CES in early January.
Ooh, nice. Very, very nice. Okay, so our first hour guest is Homeselfie, and as I mentioned, it's a patent-pending technology that creates a digital mock-up of your home and guides you through the key areas that contribute to your energy bill. Walk through your home and answer their questions at your own pace. And once complete, you'll get their free instant report. Your Homeselfie report breaks down the energy efficiency of your home and the priority of energy upgrades. You can get money-saving tips, info on energy rebates, and connect with local contractors who can make your home more friendly for you, the environment, and of course your wallet. Now, here with us in this first hour is Homeselfie's co-founder and spokesperson, Amita Jain. Amita, welcome into Computer America. How are you?
Hi, Craig. Hi, Ben. Thank you so much for having me on.
Our pleasure. Homeselfie, give us the spelling of it, because I know the spelling is not quite how it sounds, and we want to make sure that people understand how to spell it.
Sure. It's home, H-O-M-E, self, S-E-L-F-E. It's for your home. You do it yourself, and E for energy. So it's www.homeselfie.com.
Okay.
And you can download it for free on Google Play or your Apple App Store.
And again, you can also go to computeramerica.com. Right there on our homepage, we have a link to Homeselfie. It's right there. Just click on the image, and it'll take you right to the website. So it's an app. It's what is it? How does Homeselfie work? Tell our listeners.
So what Homeselfie does essentially is it helps you save up to 30% on your utility bills month over month, and it provides you with valuable information on rebates. So if you're going to make any energy efficiency upgrades, you also know before you even start the project that you've got rebates available to you in certain areas of your home. And I think that's so valuable to know before you start doing a job, because then you know what the parameters are, what the guidelines are, and you're not trying to figure it out after you've already bought that new washer or dryer.
Okay.
And so that's what Homeselfie is. It's helping you save money. It is, like you said, it's the leading do-it-yourself app in the market that rates your home on its energy efficiency, and it shows you how much money you could be saving month over month, over a year, and even over a lifetime.
Typically, give us some numbers, Amita. How much money can people save using this product?
So about 30%. So if your utility bill is about $200, $250, and you make some of the recommended changes that Homeselfie shows you can do to save money, you could knock off $70 off your utility bill, and that's money that you now have to use in other areas of your life.
Now, is this something
which is great?
Is it something like where you have to spend money to save money? I mean, you say, oh, okay, if you put in solar panels here, or if you put in, a geothermal system for your air conditioning, are the recommendations you're going to be making to users of Homeselfie expensive, or are they inexpensive? Or talk a little bit about that.
Sure. It's what you want to do. What I love about Homeselfie is it is a do-it-yourself energy audit of your own home. So the power's within you to make whatever suggested changes are convenient for you at the time. So for example, a no-cost solution to energy efficiency would be more like behavioral changes. For example, I love to talk about vampire energy. Vampire energy is energy that is being used by your electronics, things like your stereo equipment, even your charger on your iPhone. When it's not being used, but it's still plugged in, 75% of that, 75% of that energy is being wasted. So some of these things that we can do, like turning off the lights when we leave a room, or unplugging your charger when you unplug your phone from your charger, do make a difference. It does have an impact. And I think another no-cost solution to greater energy efficiency would also be setting your thermostat at 68 degrees. And I get cold very easily. So then that's when I have to start like bundling up, you know, like wearing layers and those fuzzy socks when I'm at home, or nice cozy slippers, just so that you're being more energy efficient and energy aware. So what Homeselfie really does is, like I said, you download it for free. It's very easy. It's going to ask you a few simple questions about your home, like how old your appliances are, what type of light bulbs you have, do you have a programmable thermostat? And you spend about 5 minutes doing answering these questions. You do it at your own pace. And then before you know it, you have an instant Homeselfie, which is a report that grades your home. So now that you've got the grade on your home, you can see what changes that need to be made to your home. And that's when you see the calculator calculating all these changes that you can make. And what I love is that it gives you rebate information, like I talked about before. So now if I want to do anything with, let's say, my water heater, and I need to upgrade that, I'll know immediately through my Homeselfie report if there's a rebate available for that water heater through my local utility company. Isn't that great?
Yeah. And a water heater can certainly be an awful way of leaking, energy from your home, especially if you're not there. I know a lot of home systems, water heater systems now that are Energy Star compliant. They do have little settings so you can put them to like an away mode, or vacation mode, they call it sometimes. Yeah. So it reduces even the amount of energy that it's siphoning off. Because let's face it, if you're not at your home,
right.
If you're not at home, why have the hot water continue to be at peak?
And there's right, and there's settings on your water heater. Even if you just adjust it to warm, that's 120 degrees, and you could be saving a considerable amount of energy by doing that. And energy equates to money. So the more energy you're saving, the more money you're saving, which, like you said, is more money in your wallet. And then when we talk about, for me, I'm in the industry, so I'm so conscientious about this. But for maybe the average folk, they're not very conscientious about energy. They're not seeing it because it's not as tangible as a precious resource like water. So if you can imagine energy leaking from your home like water from a dripping faucet, any homeowner would take action to fix it. You couldn't function with that dripping faucet or even a running faucet. If your child brushed their teeth and left their faucet running, you'd be yelling, Annie, you left the water running. So you're gonna take action. And that's what's great about energy, is that we can treat it just the same. You're not treating it any differently. And so Homeselfie is going to show you where the energy is leaking in your home so you can stop it like you would a dripping faucet.
Yeah, that is extremely true. And for anybody who have those high energy bills, certainly. Now, you're strictly with energy? You're not with water? In other words,
no. Yeah, we're with energy. So the goal is for us. Homeselfie is powered by Energy Data Metrics, and we've been in the industry over the last 5 years providing technology platforms to utility companies across the nation. And what we discovered was that the utility companies were having so much success in lowering the energy use, thereby lowering the money that we were spending on energy. And seeing that happen through the utility companies made us super excited, and we thought, how can we bring this technology to every homeowner, every residence across the United States and even in Canada? How can we do that? And that's where we came up with Homeselfie. We thought it would be really powerful to bring this to every homeowner's fingertips and to have that knowledge to understand how energy is being used in your home, and then making those changes so that you can now start saving money. And saving 30% on your utility bill can be substantial, and having that extra money to be able to spend on other things or to save it for that vacation you've been wanting to go on does stimulate the economy, which is fantastic as well. And like I said before, it's not just that you're going to be spending a lot of money making these changes. There's no cost, like we went over, but there's also low cost changes that you can make. For example, did you know that 25% of the energy that's consumed in the world is just lighting? And so if we can just change out our light bulbs to LEDs or CFLs, we're making a significant difference in our energy usage. So your bill can go down by 25% just by switching out the light bulbs in your homes to that. And you might be surprised that your local utility company might be offering rebates on those bulbs or even the lighting cans. So it's really exciting what's happening in energy right now.
And I guess this is going to be more anecdotal, but have you ever run into anyone who you recommend the app to, and they maybe say something along the lines of, I have my AC set up, 2 degrees above uncomfortable. I turn lights out whenever I'm not in a room. Like, do they ever feel like they're doing enough? And then they may use the app and say, oh, there were a couple things that, I could change, and I could be saving so much more.
Yes, it happens all the time. It happened to me. When I did my own Homeselfie, I felt so empowered. I felt knowledgeable. I was pleasantly surprised about how much I knew about my own home. And I was excited. I was so excited to know that I can make these changes and to see how much I'd actually be saving, because we use the Department of Energy standards in calculating the energy savings to you and the cost savings to you. So you can see it in black and white what the potential is. And I think that's powerful for everyone that is wanting to make a difference, but don't know how. Like, if you are environmentally conscientious and you want to make a difference and you want to make a change, doing these small changes in your home is impactful. So you are leaving a positive impact on the environment. And to me, myself, that's super important. I'm a mother of 2, and knowing that I am helping to make that difference. I'm helping to be a better neighbor and a better global neighbor by being more energy conscious and energy efficient. That makes me happy. And I feel like I'm setting a good example for my kids.
What about low cost, or for example, when you mentioned water heaters, there are different kinds of water heaters. So there's one made by a company called Lanai, which is a tankless water heater. It gives you instant hot water, and then when you turn it off, you're not heating a tank of water. Basically, it gives you instant hot water. And I know they have systems like that for homes. Have you had an experience with those, or do they really do they save energy? If you do you know?
They do, and I have installed a waterless tank heater, and we love it. And we've seen a huge difference in our utility bills by making the few recommendations that Homeselfie gave us. And heating and cooling is probably the biggest area when it comes to energy consumption. So what's very important and is low cost that you could do with your home is the weatherization of your home. So we're talking about air sealing. So that's like doing the weather stripping on your windows and your doors, or making sure that, the drywall's caulked and everything is up to date and current. So if the weather stripping is old, you can update that, and that doesn't cost a lot. Another thing that we could do that is more of an investment to your home is attic insulation. Heat rises. So we're talking about homes and areas where the weather is extreme. you have 100-degree weather and it's humid, or you've got, 20-degree weather or even below zero, insulation to your home is very important. So, you can't have the heat blasting and have all of that leaking from your home because the weatherization isn't up to snuff, or, you don't have attic insulation. So we can make those changes. And what I love is, again, if you do a home selfie and those areas are lacking in your home, you can discover through Home Selfie if there's a rebate available for attic insulation, wall insulation, floor insulation, rim joint insulation. You would be really surprised what's out there right now to take advantage of. And, we as homeowners do waste millions in unused rebates. So this is something so important to know. Home Selfie is truly an intelligent addition to every home because it's going to let you know, and it's going to give you current information on rebates. So even if you do a home selfie today but can't make those changes today, you can look at your home selfie a few months from now, update anything that you've done to your home, let's say light bulbs, and it will give you information if there's any new rebates out there. So I love that about Home Selfie. But yes, I think insulation is also key, especially in those, severe weather areas.
Sure. Does Home Selfie appeal primarily to the do-it-yourselfer, or can people who are using Home Selfie, hire contractors to do the modifications? How do you handle that?
Yeah, absolutely. So what's wonderful about Home Selfie is if you have a bigger job that you want to do, like replace your single pane windows with double pane or triple pane windows, Home Selfie connects you to local energy contractors that are qualified, they're licensed, bonded, insured, their public records have been scrutinized, they've been interviewed. So you could rest assured that whoever is contacting you is up to par and can really help you with those bigger jobs. And we really do love that. We partner with Pro.com. So if you know anything about Pro.com, they've got amazing people that can help you with those bigger jobs.
So are you in a way sort of competing with things like, I don't know, like Angie's List, that type of thing? Do you compete with?
No, not at all. No, not at all. I think this is more of just a supplemental addition to your home. And if you don't have a contractor in mind, or if, doing the research on finding someone to make upgrades to your home can be daunting. And of course, you want somebody that is qualified,
Sure.
and you want someone that's licensed, bonded, insured, and you want someone that has proved themselves, essentially. So that's what you get with Pro.com. And we've just chosen them to partner with for us to provide that service to all of our homeowners.
So if, what would you say would be like the easiest cost-free improvement a homeowner can make to conserve energy? What would you think that would be?
Well, I like we talked about the behavioral changes.
Yeah.
I think if you can't spend a dime on making any changes to your home, but you want to conserve energy, you don't want to waste energy, some of the biggest things would be to unplug your electronics. Like I said, 75% of power used for electronics is consumed when the unit is turned off but still plugged in. So unplugging your phone charger, maybe your stereo equipment if you're not using it all day and you only turn it on at night when you come home, things like that, turning off your lights is substantial. It really is.
It's interesting because, for example, the TV setup I have, just the TV in the den in our home up north. There are a lot of components to it. The TV, there's the separate audio receiver, there's the direct TV box, everything. So if I were just to yank the plug out of that, and then I want to come down and watch TV, it's going to take it a few minutes just to turn back on. So,
but I really do feel like that this is something where it's not it's not just as simple as, yank the cord and you're good to go. You're gonna have to use a little bit of brain power, because I could see a scenario where perhaps someone would have maybe like a power strip or something, and all the and like you're saying, like the TV itself, maybe not the cable box, because sometimes that needs updated and whatnot, and you want that on. But just plug everything into one power strip, into one power supply, and then you can just turn off that power supply. Use a little brain power and things can be easy.
Mm-hmm.
They
So like next to my bedstand, I have a power strip, and in that has my phone charger for my iPhone, my charger for my iPad, my lamp, and whatever else I have plugged in. I can just turn that power switch off in the morning when I unplug my charger, or even for my laptop. So you're making a big difference, and that's exactly right, Ben. So thank you for saying that.
So okay, so you're saying it adds up because that phantom power draw, it's sort of been an issue. Some people say, oh, it's just it's maybe because what you're doing is you're basically keeping the some circuitry alive. So when you pick up the remote control, that circuitry is looking for the on and off from the remote, so your TV will come on, which is a minimal amount of draw. But you're saying even that adds up over time. Yeah.
It does.
Okay.
It really does.
I'll tell you what.
I'll
tell you what.
75%
Amita,
of the power is being used.
I mean,
Yes,
we're at the bottom of the hour. We're gonna take a little break, and then we'll continue on with this. Okay. All right.
Sounds good.
All right. You're listening to the Computer America Show. Amita Jain is here with us, co-founder and spokesperson for Homeselfie. We'll continue on with us. We have a brand spanking new news tips bulletin review from Marty Winston coming up as well. We'll be right back.
Sometimes disaster strikes. Data can be lost due to many different reasons: accidental reformatting, power spikes, virus attacks. Zero Assumption Recovery provides a suite of highly effective and thorough data recovery software for Windows operating systems. ZA is suitable for home users and small businesses who need a powerful data recovery solution for Windows and Linux file systems.
Go to z-a-recovery.com.
Sometimes disaster strikes. Data can be lost due to many different reasons: accidental reformatting, power spikes, virus attacks. Zero Assumption Recovery provides a suite of highly effective and thorough data recovery software for Windows operating systems. ZA is suitable for home users and small businesses who need a powerful data recovery solution for Windows and Linux file systems.
Go to z-a-recovery.com.
Hi, this is Craig Crossman, host of the Computer America Show. You have important meetings to schedule. Your company's getting ready for its IPO, and you're in charge of the PTA fundraiser this month. So how do you coordinate everyone to be available at the same time? Are you still using emails, phone calls, even text messages to schedule meetings with a group of people? How's that working out for you? Not so great, huh? It's a fact that every day, millions of people suffer from scheduling headaches. Well, with Doodle, scheduling meetings with a group of people is quick and easy. With Doodle, you can easily propose available times to each member. Each one checks off the times that they are available, and then you simply pick the time that works best for the group, all in an easy-to-read display that integrates with your existing calendar. Nothing could be more simple. Give Doodle a try for free, and like millions of Doodle users, you'll truly see how easy it is to find the perfect date and time for all your meetings. That's www.doodle.com.
Now, I don't have washboard amps, but I do have a washboard. Hi, Marty Winston with the News Tips Bulletin Review for Computer America. This time, the multi-vault. Sure, we like gun-vault products or keeping our guns out of the wrong hands, but we asked for a fairly small safe that could be just as useful to lock away credentials and any tech items, tablets to hard drives that carry sensitive info. They sent a multi-vault standard for review, a bigger 2-shelf unit that can hold everything we just mentioned and more. It comes with 2 keys for its cylinder lock, and we love the 4 push buttons at the ends of finger-shaped indentations up top. You can set your own combination to open it using a sequence of these one at a time or in cords, with power from a hidden 9-volt battery inside. Bottom line, a gun vault multi-vault is one way to make sure that everything important can be kept safe in, yes, a safe. Marty Winston, News Tips Bulletin for Computer America.
Welcome back to the Computer America Show. Yes, that was a brand new Marty Winston. Same Marty Winston, brand new News Tip Bulletin review. And so thank you for that.
He has a washboard apps. He doesn't have a washboard, but he has a washboard. That's okay.
Yeah, I've seen pictures. I can attest. No washboard apps found.
No.
But anyway, so in the first hour here we have Homeselfie with an E here with us, and we have Mrs. Amita Jane here. She's the co-founder and spokesperson, of course, for Homeselfie, and we're talking all about ways that you can save and conserve energy. And because this is a tech show, and Amita, I just kind of want to get your feeling on this. We've seen a lot of new technology come out, and I'm assuming that you've been doing this for a little while, and every year we get, this is much more cost effective. We talk about how much longer lived batteries are, how much more efficient batteries are, and how much more efficient, just everything in our lives everything in our lives are becoming. Do you think that's, going forward? Because, right now you can definitely use Homeselfie and learn how to get your home into shape right now. But looking forward, maybe 5 years, 10 years in the future, do you think homes are just going to, just be better at conserving energy, because it's great to really have it in your mind to, hey, really make an effort to conserve energy. But do you think, maybe new homes or even existing homes are going to be, just more power efficient?
I do think new homes will be more power efficient, because all the appliances now that are being produced are Energy Star rated or qualified. And if you're upgrading your home, or if you're in the middle of construction, everything that's available to you now is more energy efficient. It's just up to date. Appliance that was built 20 years ago isn't going to have that energy efficiency as a brand new appliance will have today. So that's absolutely true. But we have, I don't know how many millions and millions and millions of homes that will need to be retrofitted to become more energy efficient. And that's where we come in. We're here to help. And if you do have a new home or an old home and you do a home selfie and you're thinking about buying or selling a home, what's so amazing about a home selfie is you can actually provide this report. If you're a buyer, it's about the cost of renting a house from a utility standpoint. So if the seller has a home selfie report and they've got a great grade on their home, as a buyer, that's going to be appealing to me. Like, great, all these energy efficiency upgrades have happened. That's wonderful. My utility bill isn't going to be as much as I thought it would be. And from a seller's perspective, that's what you have. You've got this opportunity to increase the value of your home, making it more comfortable, more energy efficient. And that's a great selling point. So you can actually show a buyer, I've got this amazing home selfie, and check it out, because you're going to save money because of all the upgrades I've did. So again, you're increasing the value of your home. So that's a win-win.
Well, Amita, a lot of things that we talk about here on this show is IoT, which is the Internet of Things, and how appliances and things in our home are being accessed remotely or by the internet or controlled. Does energy efficiency come into that? I mean, are you saving energy by making your home having more of these devices in your home that work with the internet, or is that kind of a drain on your home, or does it kind of break even? What happens?
That's really interesting. Because of technological advances, we are using more energy, so the energy cost is rising. So we need to find ways to not waste so that we can keep that cost down and not have to produce so much energy, because really that's the goal, because that's what's impacting our environment. So if we can reduce our usage and not waste, then we're saving money and we're saving the environment, and we're not producing that much energy is not required. So if we can have a happy marriage between all of those things, technological advances, wasting less energy, we're not going to have to produce as much. And that will have a positive impact on our environment. And we can do that collectively. And that's what Homeselfie does, is it puts that power in your own hands. We're not waiting for, legislators to make laws or come up with treaties or anything like that. We're really taking the power into our own hands and making a difference. And I love that.
Well, okay, let's take something, for example. Let's one that's kind of popular. Let's take the Nest. I don't know if you're familiar. The Nest is a thermostat in your home, which by the very nature of what it does purports to save energy, because it can reduce energy when you're away, and then it knows when you're coming back, and it will turn up the energy so your home will be warm. I mean, it does all these things in the name of saving energy. I think that's what the whole thing is about. And you can contact it remotely and everything. So are devices like that recommended? I mean, when if you're looking for a better way to...
Absolutely.
Okay, so
Absolutely, because keeping your thermostat at one temperature is wasting energy, especially if you're not home. So if you've got it to 70 degrees during the day, but you're not at home, you're wasting energy, because that's supposed to be a comfortable temperature for you. And then even if you've gone on vacation and you've still got it on 70, that's a total waste of energy. So you want to have a thermostat that adjusts to your lifestyle, that you've got it maybe 65 degrees at night when you're sleeping, and 70 to 72 degrees when you're awake, and when you're away, maybe at 68 or even 67, because every temperature that you reduce that thermostat by, you're saving a considerable amount of energy. And there's so much we can do during the holidays. I know you guys were talking about Christmas lights. There's so much that we can do, hopefully not having to redo your Christmas lights, but there's so much we can do. For example, if you've dug out all your Christmas supplies and, some have short-circuited, this might be a good opportunity to buy new LED Christmas lights.
Well, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to recommend my wife, look, let's get LED lights because they're so much more energy efficient. But she's saying, no, we're committed to the older lights, and now and we'd rather get.
To her, it's wasteful, I think, from the point of view that they're perfectly good light bulbs, and if you just take them out, replace them, and throw the old ones away, that is still wasteful in her mind.
But what's significant is that you're running those old lights for 6 to 8 hours at night, and you're spending probably 20 times more than you would be on the LED. So they pay for themselves through the Christmas holidays.
Yep.
So if you buy new LED lights and put those up, you're saving a significant amount in your utility bill.
That's what I'm trying to explain.
By running those lights.
I'm going to tell you said that because I'm trying to
go back to her
and say, look, let's take the old lights down. They're already down. Let's not put them back up again, because you're going to save at least, how much you say, at least 20% or more by the end of the Christmas season. Those lights will not only have paid for themselves, they'll probably have paid for themselves over and over again. So now's the time to really do it.
They last forever. They last so long.
They do.
Exactly.
They do last forever. And they're so much brighter.
And then put them on a timer.
Yeah. Put them on a timer too.
Yes. Put your Christmas tree, put the lights outside on a timer so that, you don't have to worry about turning them on or off, or, if you've had a couple of glasses of wine and you're just feeling lazy and you just go to bed, this way you've got them on a timer, you're rest assured, you're being responsible. And so that's a good way to go. And another great way to save on energy, with all the Christmas shopping, holiday gift shopping that we're going to be doing, is to shop smart. I mean, if you can shop online or, be organized in your shopping trips, the amount of trips that you make to the store, that would be really helpful. So you're not like going to the store every single day of the week, but, you take a whole day, like a Saturday, and you make your list and you spend the hours. You're not making constant trips to the mall. I think that would be really efficient. I love to cook. So what I love to do is get all my ingredients out of the refrigerator at one time. So I've opened up my refrigerator once, and then I shut it. I've gotten everything out. So that's a great way to save on energy that doesn't cost anything. And then the other great way when you're in the kitchen is use a pot that's right for the burner. So you don't want to use a small pot for your larger burner. You want to, use the right size pot for the right size burner. That you're saving on energy that way.
Do you use gas, or do you have electrical burners? Because
I have gas.
Okay.
I have.
So that is a way.
I just do better with those.
Okay. Although we have we have a magnetic induction for our burners, and which I understand is extremely efficient because the top doesn't even get hot; only the pot gets hot. So you're saving energy that way.
That's excellent. That's an excellent tip. And when you're heating up leftovers, heat them up in the microwave. Don't heat them up on the stove, because the microwave uses a considerable amount of less energy than your stove does. So that's also a great way to go. And if you're in one of those homes where your kitchen is closed off, you have a door to your kitchen and you've got the oven on, you're baking the holiday cookies, open the door to your kitchen so that the heat can help heat your house. Mm-hmm. I think that's a great way to go.
Yeah, exactly. Microwave cooking is great. Ben doesn't like eggs prepared in the microwave, though. Although maybe this is like the way I make them, though. But I like them. I think they taste terrific. But
I'm only okay with it when I'm making an Egg McSandwich.
There you go. So you mentioned real estate transactions briefly. So does Homeselfie help buyers and sellers in real estate transactions? And if so, how would they?
One thing that we should probably get into, I know we're about 40 minutes into this and we haven't really got into it, but when actually using the app, what kind of information are you actually putting into it? Because, could I just be sitting on my couch one day, bored, kind of like, I wonder what my neighbors across the street, I wonder what they're going to be like. Could I just do a random house, or is it things that you would have to know personally, like, when it was last insulated or things like that? Like, what information are you actually putting into Homeselfie?
Well, I'm glad you asked, because this is important, and I want everyone to know that anyone can do a home selfie. And if you've got kids, do a home selfie with your children so they can understand, energy usage. They know more about their own home. It is easy and it is simple. It really does walk you through your home step by step. It will ask you whether you have attic insulation or not, and there is, a choice, and that is I don't know. So if you don't know, you can go through your home, still get a home selfie report, and then go back and enter the information as you find it and get updated reports on your home, which is fun and easy. So it will ask you things like how old your appliances are, and it'll give you like A, to 5 years old, B, 5 to 10 years old. So you've got options to answer from. It will ask you whether you have a programmable thermostat, ask you simple questions like what type of light bulbs you have. So, things like that. And once you've completed it, and it can take you maybe 5 minutes, and you can always come back to it if you don't know, but you really want to find out, you can stop and find out and then answer the question. It really is easy to do. And once you've completed it, that's when you get an instant report through your app. And you can go online. You can go to homeselfie.com. You can download it for free from Google Play or Apple App Store, and go through the simple questions that they ask you. And you do put in your zip code, because that's important for us, because that's what tells us what utility company you're associated with, and that's how we give you rebate information. Yeah. So anything that you need to do in your home, for example, some utility companies are even offering rebates on light bulbs. That's exciting. So if you want to do something simple and make a big difference towards your utility bill, switch out your light bulb.
Yeah, and it's interesting you mentioned that because this was a couple of years ago. I bought compact fluorescent CFL bulbs, and they were the rage. And the local electrical company was subsidizing them. I bought like 6 packs of bulbs, which would have been $20 for like $2. Whoa! So I stocked up on those. I haven't seen that, but recently. But I think even CFLs are being phased out. I think most people are agreeing that LEDs really is the light of the future. The price,
now that they're not these bright, sear your eyes white LEDs anymore, like they could be any shade. I think people are more open to it.
Not only can they be bright, or the high, I think it's referring to the high Kelvin, like 5,000 Kelvin is a super bright white, but you can get it on the 2,600 Kelvin or even 3,200 Kelvin. The lower the Kelvin, the more yellowish.
They're not ugly anymore.
No, not. And not only that, they have them where they can actually, like rainbow colors. You can go through all the thing. But if you just want ordinary light, like 2,600 Kelvin, I think is the average incandescent heat of the color of the light. It's like a yellowish color. Does Homeselfie promote LED lighting for the home at this point? What is your program?
Absolutely. We absolutely do. And you'll be really pleasantly surprised that lighting, the cost of lighting has really come down considerably on LEDs. So,
whoops.
Your Lowe's store and see what the cost of bulbs are now. And like I said, there are utility companies across the nation that are offering rebates. And if your utility company may not be offering rebates on light bulbs, they may be offering rebates on heating and cooling, on waterless tank heaters, on tankless water heaters, and even weatherization like doors and windows. You can get rebates on appliances. You just have to know what that is, and we will tell you through Homeselfie.
And you're also sensitive to the geographical location of the person using Homeselfie, so so people will know what their local or their electrical company provider is going to be offering. Exactly.
Yes, it's directly associated with your local utility company. So when you're doing a Homeselfie, it's personal. It's personal to your home, and your rebates are personal to you. And it's free. This information is free. We're giving this to you for free.
So I have to ask you then, I guess the obvious question to me is, how does Homeselfie make money if everything you're offering is free? I got to ask you that.
Right now we're not.
Okay.
Right now we're not. Like I said, we have been working with utility companies across the nation, and they're using our technology platform to help homeowners become more energy efficient. And what they do is a lot.
I think we're having some telephone troubles. She keeps cutting in and cutting out. There she is. Okay, I'm sorry. You cut out for a moment. Amita. Go ahead and start.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's
I'm so sorry. I'll repeat that.
Yeah.
So what I was saying is that, yes, right now we're not making any money on Homeselfie. We're hoping in the future that we can partner with energy efficient products and, maybe offer energy efficient products and things like that of that nature in the future. Right now we just really want everybody to get associated with Homeselfie, have it become an intelligent addition to their home, and maybe become more energy conscious and energy aware so that we're not wasting energy like we are right now.
Okay. All right. And again, they can get more information by going to the website at www.homeselfie.com. Or you just go to computeramerica.com. We have right there on our homepage, we have a link to the Homeselfie website, and check it out. Download the app, as Amita suggested, and available for what platform? Is it for iOS, for Android? What platform is it available for?
Yes. All of that.
All of them. Okay.
And Google Play and Apple App Store. You can download it for free, or you can just go to homeselfie.com.
Okay, and again, you can check it out there. Anything else you want to tell our listeners before we say goodbye? I mean, we've talked about a lot of things, but anything else come to mind that you want to mention?
I just think as global neighbors, I think U.S. homes are 5% of the world's population, but we use 23% of the world's energy. So I think that we can do better, and we can become more energy efficient. And I really do want people to think about energy as a precious resource like water is, and making small, simple changes can make a huge, impactful difference. So I really want everyone to download Homeselfie for free and transform your home, start saving money, and save the environment.
Right. It's a good ambition. Certainly makes a lot of sense to do that. And again, at homeselfie.com. And again, it's available for Android. It's available for iOS. The website itself, can you use your computer at Homeselfie, or do you have to have you have to use the app?
No, you can use your laptop. You can use your iPad. You just go to homeselfie.com and follow your home through the digital mock-up. And like I said, within a few short minutes, you'll have your instant Homeselfie report. And it really does empower every individual to start looking at energy and not being so wasteful, because we're not helpless.
Right.
We individually have the power to make a difference.
I know. Now, one other thing I noticed, when you go to the website, it asks you first name, last name, and email address and zip code. You want people to register with you? Does that and the purpose of that would be?
It's really not Yeah, it's your name, your email, and because we send you a PDF report of your Homeselfie to your email, so you've got it there, and then you've got it in your app, your report. And then the zip code is so that we can give you your local rebate information.
Okay, and you can do
from
that.
Your utility company.
Okay, well,
yes.
Listen, I want to thank you so much for being with us here and letting our listeners know about what it is that you do, and certainly it's free, and there's no reason I can't think of a reason why you should not download it, go to the website, and try it for yourself. I think it makes perfect sense. And again, it's free, so do it, and you might save a heck of a lot of money. It sounds to me that you will save a heck of a lot of money on your next energy bill, and you could have Homeselfie to thank for that. Amita, thank you again for being with us here on today's show. It was a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having me on. Thank you, Craig and Ben. It was a pleasure. I really appreciate the time.
All right. Well, you have a good day, and best of luck to you. Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. There you go. Homeselfie. Patent pending technology. Very interesting. And if you're looking to save some dollars,
there's an app for everything.
I would think so. Exactly. Oh, you're back. Okay. Well, you're partially back anyway.
Right.
Some technical glitch or difficulty, but
there's some, and then there's huge technical glitches, huge problems that I really don't want to deal with right now, but I have to.
Well, we see you. Okay. Anyhow, coming up in the next hour, we're going to shift gear and talk about GiftFind. We have the company's founder and CEO, Jason Brown, will be joining us in the next hour. We're going to be talking about their mission to help you, consumers, shopping online in Canada and the U.S. to find gifts, at the best possible prices. So what makes them different than, let's say, Amazon and some of the ones that are out there? We're going to find out when he joins us in the second hour of the show. Do we have a couple minutes to talk a little bit about CES?
We do have a couple minutes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're going to head out there. You're going to be out there the 6th of January. We come back live on, I think, the
4th, I believe. 4th.
Yeah, the 4th of January is when the show goes back live. And then on the 5th, we're going to have a guest. I don't know if you'll be with us on the 5th, but definitely on the 6th, you'll be coming to us from the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas, Showstoppers event. Ben's going to have an Active-On camera that was given to us. That's sort of like a GoPro, the Active-On camera. We're going to bring you live interviews, videos. Sandy Berger is going to be joining us out there as well. Many of our Computer America correspondents. Pop Zara is going to be out there working with us. It's going to be an interesting few days. And then, of course, when Ben comes back, a lot of the interviews and materials that he will have collected, you'll see those in the upcoming months ahead. We'll be bringing them to you. Some of them will be making it, some won't. You know, it's you get to see an interesting diversity of technology companies. Some that are well established, some are brand new, some are just, you know, they're like.
I think my most excited part is I've gotten a couple of emails from, you know, things that we've read about in stores and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know, just last Friday I got an email from Corning, who makes a day with glass or something like that. It was a short video showing, you know, the future of how computers and, you know, are going to be part of our everyday lives, and they're going to have a full exhibit showing off all of that and how it is right now out at CES. So like things like that I want to try out. Self-driving cars I want to try out. You know, it's going to be a little jungle gym full of stuff that I want to try.
Technology stuff. Even some gaming companies are going to be out there too. Although the big push is E3, I do know a lot of the gaming companies.
Yeah, I'm sure that virtual reality is going to be a huge player out there. So I'm going to try as many virtual reality things as I can.
This is going to be probably your first time experiencing virtual reality because you haven't had a chance to put on a pair of. So that's going to be very interesting. All right, we're going to just take a momentary break, and then we'll be back with our second hour guest, GiftFind. If you have any comments or questions, 347-884-8881, 347-884-8881. We'll get you on and get you through. We're going to take a short momentary break, and then we'll be back with a second hour of Computer America, including a brand new news tips bulletin review from Marty Winston. That's all coming up. Don't go anywhere.
Broadcasting live, it's the only national radio talk show on computers to air every weeknight. Computer America, hosted by national columnist Craig Crossman. The first hour's behind us, but there's still more of tech news, tech talk, and your phone calls. We're being beamed nationwide at ComputerAmerica.com. You got computer problems? Bring them on. You're listening to Computer America. Computers run the world, and we run computers. Call us or send us an email to live@ComputerAmerica.com.
Hello and welcome into Hour 2 of the nation's longest-running, nationally syndicated radio talk show on computers. This is the Computer America Show, and I'm your host, Craig Crossman.
And I'm your co-host, Ben.
And if you're just joining us, we had Homeselfie on the show. Amita Jain talking about their patent-pending technology that allows you to identify and deal with energy leakage in your home, basically what it is, and how to improve that, and how to make your monthly utility bill, electrical utility bill, a lot lower than it is. If you missed any portion of that show, certainly you can listen to again. We archive all of our programs at the internet home of Computer America, which is ComputerAmerica.com. And just head over to any page that's on any of the pull-down menus that says Archives. Click on that. It'll take you to our archive page where you can listen to archives of the show on the Blog Talk Radio Network, on the TuneIn Radio Network, on the IRN Radio Network. We have it on SoundCloud and Stitcher and Apple's iTunes. Carry the archives of the shows. We even have our own YouTube channel, which displays archives of our live video stream. Again, if you're listening to the show Monday through Friday, Eastern Time, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern, the show is live. But if you listen to the program at any other time, but you still want to be able to listen and see it, you certainly can do that on our archives page at ComputerAmerica.com. Interesting hour.
Yeah.
She likes the Lanai. I've been toying with getting the tankless water heaters for so long. I think we really need to do that in our home, in our northern home.
Well, you got to see that tankless water heaters, especially in your house, but in a lot of people's houses, it just wasn't technology that existed 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So, if you're wondering why everyone isn't using this or why, you don't have that in your house right now, it's probably because, when you were putting your water tanks, they just weren't there.
Or they were extremely costly, but that they have come way down. And I know in our home we have 3 water tanks, 3 of them altogether, 2 of which we use and 1 as a backup. I'd like to see those go and place a tankless water heater system in there for the home. That would be really cool. So we'll see what we can do. But it would be nice to have unlimited hot water, because that's what you get basically. You don't ever worry about running out of hot water, which you can with a hot water tank. You fill up 2-3 tubs and you're out of hot water. With the Lanai or tankless water heaters, you never run out of hot water.
Well, if you're taking that many, baths at one time, you have different problems. But I think the problem that most people run into is, run the washer, run the dishwasher, take a shower, and eventually something is going to go. So.
Yeah. And it's nice to have unending hot water. So something definitely you need to consider. And then also, as you heard, it costs less, because now you're not keeping them tanks of water heated. It's on
Well,
demand.
as we talked about, there's a lot of little things, be it from lighting to different electronics to to unplugging, devices that you aren't using right now. There are lots of little ways that you can save on money, that you can save.
Yes, there certainly are.
And it's all again outlined in Homeselfie.
Okay, so we're ready to move to the second hour. Again, if you have a comment or a question, please feel free to give us a call at 347-884-8881. Get John to get you through. Or go to computeramerica.com. On the upper right-hand corner of any page there, it says Submit a Question. It'll take you to a question submission page, and you can ask your question, and we'll ask it for you on your behalf. Of course, Ben continues to display websites, videos, movies on his live video stream if you're watching us live. Well, even if you're not watching us live, you'll still be able to see all that. It's just that you can't interact with us. That's the basic difference. So with that said, anything else? Or otherwise we'll bring our next hour guest on.
No. I think we should just get right into it.
Okay, well.
And because this is going to be very, very relevant, hopefully some of you were go-getters and you did your your Christmas shopping on Black Friday. And that's very good, and Cyber Monday. But I know a lot of us out there, and myself included, you don't get your shopping done until probably about a week beforehand. So this segment's going to be one for you guys.
Right. I mean, let's face it. What was the news story we did that online shopping has surpassed brick and mortar shopping? Yep. That was just recently. That's an amazing statement. To see how, so then it becomes a battle of different places that you can go online. I know most everybody thinks of Amazon and places like that, but there are a lot of other ones out there, including our guest, who this is from a company called GiftFind. GiftFind's mission is to literally help consumers shopping online in Canada and the U.S. to find gifts at the best possible prices, while also providing them with all the information needed to make informed purchase decisions. Find gift ideas today and compare prices on laptops, cameras, clothing, and much, much more. GiftFind is the world's largest gift site, featuring over 300 million gift ideas. Let me say that again, 300 million gift ideas for any occasion, from over 500 of your favorite stores. GiftFind is committed to delivering consumers a superior online shopping experience. Joining us right now is Jason Brown, GiftFind's CEO and founder. Jason, welcome into Computer America. How are you? Jason, are you there? Well, I see him there, and I see that he's unmuted, but how are you?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
There you go.
There you go. I had the mute on my mic on. Sorry about that.
I knew that was going to happen. Don't worry about it. So many do that. They unmute themselves and they forget that their microphone is muted. Hey, welcome.
We've lost more good people to the mute switch than anything else.
Jason, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me here, guys.
Yeah, our pleasure. So, give us a little background about about GiftFind and a little bit about yourself before we get into this.
All right, so a little background just on GiftFind for everyone who's still wondering is we're not just a shopping website. What we are is we're a price comparison website. So what we want to do is when you come to our website, you're not buying off us. We're going to send you to your favorite store with the cheapest price, but we're going to show you all your favorite stores like Amazon, Walmart, Best Buy, all on one page so you can see who has the cheapest price. And what we're also going to do is give you video reviews, product reviews, and a lot more information you need to make those proper purchase decisions.
So you're basically an aggregator, is what you're saying. GiftFind is an aggregator of all these different places?
Yeah, you got it. With our goal, like I said, just to save everyone using our site time and money.
Now, how long has GiftFind been around?
GiftFind's actually just publicly launched about this month for Christmas, so we're excited to be here. I've personally been working on the site for 3 years developing it. So.
Cutting edge. That's what we like here on the show. Now, let's face now you're not the first aggregator out there. There are another number of them out there. What makes GiftFind different than other websites that make the claim that we're all going to go to different places for you?
Well, that's the one thing. You see, a lot of people in the aggregation industry, a lot of them are just very aggressively looking to make money for themselves, and they're not actually looking to create product comparisons for you. So instead what they'll do is they'll show you 5 different products in their search results, which are not the same. And what they'll do is they'll just show you one store for each product. They won't actually show you 5 stores selling that product. And the whole reason they're not doing that is just so they can send you off the site and make as much money as they can. We here don't believe in that. Our whole goal, like I said, is to show you 5 different products and also 10 stores for each product selling it. So we really focus on that and giving the consumer the information versus pushing them off our site and just trying to make money.
So and how do those companies make money? So in other words, they push you off to somebody. Let's say a website, let's say they push you off to a Walmart website, and they say, here's the best deal, and then you buy it, then they get sort of a kickback from that? I mean,
sometimes Walmart or Amazon, everyone's different, but they'll pay a little bit of a commission backwards if the company's big enough. So sometimes it incentivizes those companies to only promote a certain company and not actually fairly show the market and its participants. So we actually believe some of the actual affiliate and aggregator sites are hurting the market for consumers, and our goal is to try and improve that.
So you're not just looking for the referral. You're actually looking to present, these items that. Do you feel that people really, are out there really looking for one item, or do you think they really do want, those 5 or 10 other relevant search topics?
Well, the way it works is we're actually just showing you the store selling it. So say you want an Xbox One console, 500 gigabytes. Mm-hmm. On our website, we would show you that product, but we would also show you the 10 stores selling it so you can pick the cheapest price. Because if it's on Amazon for $500, but say Best Buy selling it for $300, you'd be much better off going to Best Buy than to Amazon. So we try and help you with that process so you don't have to go to all the stores alone.
Now, do you have a bunch of guys sitting there late at night and doing all this price checking, or is it some sort of automation? I mean,
3 years sounds like he put the work in himself.
Yeah, how do you accomplish this, Jason?
So me personally, I'll tell you a little bit about me. I've been building websites since I'm 60 and I'm currently 26, so about a decade going on more now. And pretty much I got really good experience over the past 10 years building sites and different types of websites. I was also fortunate enough to go to university. I took a business degree, and my major was entrepreneurship and strategy. So I got very good insight into planning, business concepts, and how to scale them properly. And one of the really lucky things I was able to do is before I went to university, I worked in a third-party warehouse. And what a third-party warehouse does is they store other people's stuff in their warehouse and ship it for them. So if you own a lot of product or you're a business and has product to ship in another country, we will act as your warehouse and ship everything for you. So I was able to get a lot of in-depth research with big box stores and watch how all the different retailers and sellers work together in the big box stores. And I got a really good insight into that industry using my degree and my 10 years of experience, and I was really able to focus and create GiftFind. Now, you guys sort of asked, do I have a big team managing it and everything? And there's about 15 of us all together. I do outsource as much as I can, but the key to GiftFind is our algorithms. That's what I've been working so hard on for 3 years. So when you use our search bar, you could type in 21st birthday gift ideas, or you could type in the HP laptop you're looking for. But we will always be able to show you results, usually for what you're looking for, and do that at a much better rate than all of our competition.
So, the secret sauce to GiftFind then are the algorithms that you've created. This sounds a lot like what what Facebook, what's his name? I'm blocking his name.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah, Zuckerberg did. He was big with the math and the formulas, and he was trying to find these algorithms to. So you're saying that a lot of your stuff is AI?
A lot of it's algorithm orientated. The comparison process is totally unique to us. So like I said, if you go to another aggregate site, no aggregate sites are the same. Some of them do it a lot better than others, while others are just concerned, about sending you off the website. So our main focus is to literally just provide the consumer and our users the best experience possible. We're not concerned about making money because we believe if we just do a good job at showing you the best prices and store selling it, all else would follow for us.
But just to be clear, at the end of the day, though, these people, they are leaving your site to complete their purchase.
Yeah, we do not sell anything on the website at all. So our goal is not to have you check out on our site. We are just acting as the source that you come check your price. So if you're on another site about to check out, we recommend always check our site, see if the price is cheaper, and if so, we might save you quite a bit of money. And the more you spend, the more money we're probably going to save you.
Now,
and that actually brings up an interesting point. Why did you decide to go with website? You've been doing this for 10 years. Obviously, you have a very good background in this. But why did you decide website when they have plugins for browsers or apps for smartphones? Why website?
Well, my personal view, when you look at the industry and everything, is we are currently usable on a mobile device. And the internet is still the internet. The internet's the biggest thing in my mind, to date, and that's where all of e-commerce is based. So we wanted to stay within the e-commerce lines that they're in, so that the customers would be familiar with the kind of portals and everything like that.
So if somebody buys something, they find I'm looking for, let's say, a TomTom navigator, and I'm at this one place, and then I go to GiftFind and I find I can get the TomTom navigator cheaper at, I don't know, Walmart or some other place. And because of GiftFind, I make the decision to buy it at that merchant. Do you benefit from that? Do you have some sort of arrangement with the merchant?
Yeah, each merchant's different. Some people are also free. So right now, what we're going to be doing for the next 6 months for anyone advertising, anyone who has their own business and selling products, is they can list their products for free on our website. And what we are going to do is we're going to send you guys traffic. You guys can make all the sales in the world, and we're not going to take any affiliation from you for the first 6 months while we're launching and growing. And this is going to help us build the database, but also just show our partners and all the other businesses using our site on how beneficial it can be. Because we only send the highest quality traffic to our partners, and that's because we filter them so good with all the reviews and information that before anyone even visits a store, you can be sure that the consumer is ready probably to buy.
So how do you get to them, Jason? I mean, you pick up the phone and call Walmart. I mean, how do you make these liaisons?
Well, it's part of the challenge in the process, right? With 500 stores, no one's working the same. So you got to learn how to bang on different doors, and there's lots of various tactics I'm using to get everyone's data together and everything like that. But definitely not a challenge. Definitely not just one tactic.
Mm-hmm. All right, no, you have your work cut out for you, and it sounds to me like you're the new kid on the block, even though you've been around for a while. GiftFind is obviously something that's brand new,
yeah.
But I would think that companies would be most receptive to you, given the day and age. I mean, when you come and you explain to what it is that you're doing, how receptive are they?
Well, it's a win-win for both of us. Like we said, any company that we approach, our pitch is, how would you like free traffic with the ability that if any sale made is yours? So we're not going to charge you anything unless our advertiser were to make a sale, if they were to pay us. Mm-hmm. So they have no loss in the situation except free traffic and free exposure. With the worst case, they have to make a sale and pay us a little bit of money. Okay. So it's win-win for them, but also for the consumer. Like I said, we're not always making money off our advertisers. So the consumer is really the winner here.
So it sounds like an excellent business model. So how are you being received by the places that you're posting? I mean, how many companies are you representing so far at this point? I realize it's early in the game, but can you mention about because I think that's directly proportional to people who are going to be coming to your site. They want to know, okay, I'm getting to look at all these different places. What kind of setups do you have so far?
Yeah, of course. So what we try to focus on also is if we're going to do price comparison, the first thing we tried to focus on was bring in everyone's favorite stores. So whether it was Amazon, Best Buy, Walmart, the Microsoft Store, Dell, Panasonic, Under Armour. We focused on all the big stores and brands and made sure that we have them part of our 500 store selection. And this helps ensure that everyone, when they're comparing prices, they're already searching their favorite stores that they would have likely gone to anyways. So this is what helps to, save the time and save everyone money.
And you have that already in place.
Yeah,
So,
correct.
That's all right. Well, no, that's great. I mean, we had, I don't know, we had, for example, like a lot of other Kayak was on the show, when they first were coming up to it, and they were just getting started.
Oh, cool.
We had the same conversation, and now look where they are today. So the point is,
look where they are, bought out by another bigger company, but
but the point is, everybody has to start somewhere, and it sounds to me like you're starting very strong, and I guess the way you can do that is because of two things. First of all these big stores are completely aware of how important the internet is for shopping. So you have that on your side when you knock on the door. So you already have their attention, and then when you can make a presentation like the one you just suggested, I would think that there would be little to no resistance to making these alliances. And
exactly.
then as time continues on, you can kind of do your thing. What about now, I know a lot of the aggregators will do consumer feedback. Do you think that's important?
Yeah, of course. When you're making a purchase, you want to know what other people think who have bought that before you. So if the item's horrible, you want to know it's horrible so you don't even have to buy it, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. So what do you do?
But what do we do on our site is we take it a step further. A lot of people might only provide their own user database reviews, and they'll be very slim. You won't see any from any products, but we're proud to say that pretty much every product has a review. A lot of them come from Amazon. We're also offering video reviews and our own user reviews. So you get to see everything on the product, including the specifications and all of the different sources of information available before you buy, all on one website.
Now, I know there have been some controversy. Some people were saying that individuals were really from different companies, and they were seeding, with really complimentary reviews, that type of thing. Do you watch that, or do you police for that, or is it too early in the game for you to do that? I mean, what's your anticipation?
Our personal review database that we control, we approve everything. So if we don't think it's correct or we think it's misleading, it will never be published in our database. That's our own monitored thing. We do a very good job of it. External sources like YouTube and Amazon or anyone else who has reviews that we might be showing you, that's under their control and not ours.
Right. But you do present it to them with the proper caveats, saying that that we can't control what's being said on these other services.
Yes, of course. It'll show right where the reviews are from and that they're not ours, so you'll know exactly the source and who is it. If it's YouTube, you'll see. If it's not us,
All right. Well, you're obviously right in the thick of it, and are certainly well versed in this. So I'm going to ask you this question because you're a pro at it, and so I'd like our listeners to know what your thoughts are. If you could talk a little bit about some of the common problems consumers face when shopping online.
Yeah, so one of the biggest problems when shopping online I'm finding is the actual import duties, whether it's coming from China or from the US to Canada or from Canada to the US. People are charging duties on items that are imported into their country. And not only that, but different currencies you'll find you might be purchasing in the euro or you might be purchasing in a Canadian or the US dollar. And if you're in another country, sometimes the currency conversion can catch up to you, plus the shipping charges, then the duty. So, I call it the big three together. It's a very big problem when it comes to online shopping around the world for everyone.
And and they can accumulate so much to make the price of the item more expensive than if you bought it someplace else, I guess. And so how do you deal with that?
Well, you see, not always is that the case. Sometimes it can be so cheap in China that by the time it reaches you, even with all those extra costs, it's still cheaper than in the US, right?
All right.
So that's where price comparison really comes in, is online shopping's diverse, no situation's the same, no product will always be cheaper in one place. So knowing that, you need to always be comparing prices and looking for the best deal. Me personally, I've taken hours, maybe even days, looking for the best price on a specific item like drones and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, my site really helps me there.
Incorporating drones in the delivery of your items? I don't know.
Amazon's looking into that. We don't sell anything, remember, so we're not going to be shipping anything.
What about counterfeit items? I mean, you mentioned China. I mean, there's so much of this of counterfeit going on. If I'm going to buy something, do you rely again on this on the source to watch out for that, or how do you? How do you
So,
do
yeah.
it?
On that note, when we say we have 500 stores, we're not going to let anyone into our database. We're very selective. So, like I said, we started with all the big popular brands that everyone knows, whether it's Best Buy, Microsoft, Panasonic. You can guarantee they'll be in there. But when it comes to the smaller mom and pop shops, we really scan them to make sure they're reputable. So, a lot of the China people that we have, which would be GearBest, Focal Price, which are some big Chinese websites and distributors, we make sure they're scanned and they're very reputable. We won't accept just anyone, like I said.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all important, and I want our listeners to know what you do about that. So, talk a little bit about some of the problems people have when searching for gifts online.
All right, so this is the best thing. Do you guys remember Facebook? You mentioned it earlier. They used to have the gift platform they introduced a year or two maybe ago, maybe more.
Right.
And you used to only be able to give a teddy bear, a mug to someone, Like, what if someone actually wanted a computer or the video game? It wasn't there. So, one of the biggest problems I've seen with actual gift websites in general, not just shopping websites, was they don't have what the person actually wants. They might have good suggestions, but it's not what the person specifically would want, for the gift.
Okay.
So for me, that was one of the things I wanted to do is when you're on GiftFind, if you want the Xbox One console, I guarantee you the Xbox One console will be there, Nobody wants to get a gift they don't want, and if we're going to buy gifts, we should make sure that any gift you would want should be available to you.
Okay. And you make those assurances?
Yeah, with 300 million products, you can pretty much be sure we have anything you would want. When you go search other websites, like in Canada, for example, our database is the largest in Canada by far, so there's not another website in Canada who would offer as many products as us on one website.
Well, obviously you're very excited about this, and it's just come on. What kind of reception is GiftFind getting, and what kind of users? Talk a little bit about the reaction of consumers toward your to GiftFind.com.
Consumers, the one thing I find is they're so used to just shopping on one website and doing the checkout is that it's a whole new experience. They can't even believe that this kind of stuff exists and that price comparison is available. I find a lot of the market isn't educated on it, and they're not using it. So, when they find out, they're very happy, they're very excited. Who's going to complain about me saving them time and money every time they shop online, right?
And I think it's a little bit of what you said earlier. You were looking for drones, and you've spent many hours looking for the best price from this one, making sure all the features are the same. But I know a lot of people that do that, but there's just not many services because other websites, they definitely don't want to redirect you to other sites that have it maybe for cheaper. They definitely want to keep you there and make you purchase it there. So it's definitely something that it's not really popular. It's the idea is good. It's just no one's really put it out there in
like
a
I said, the
way.
execution has been so weak. I think that's part of the problem. So I'm really trying to focus on for everyone. If they have suggestions, they give it to us. The site's always being updated for its users to be improved like that.
Really.
Right. And so one thing that's a lot of consumers, sometimes they get a little bit miffed at, but you understand it's just how the internet works. How do you deal with advertising on your site? Do you perhaps put certain advertisers up front so you see them first, or is anything kind of paid to get a better presence on your site?
No, it's my pure selection of what I think the market's doing. If I think Amazon is the biggest sale, I can put their banners up. It's our team's decision internally. You can pay for sponsored spots if you would like. But currently it's a mixture of everything. We're offering free listings, we're offering banner advertising, and it's also up to us to be able to choose where stuff gets to go.
Makes sense.
I know this is a tough question because you have such a wide diversity of products on GiftFind, Jason. But how much money can you think a person can save per purchase on GiftFind?
Per purchase, let's say the average purchase would be around, $50, $60 per person. We're probably looking at about $20 in savings sometimes on the average. If you were to say the average purchase is $100, I could say $20 would probably be the saving I would be giving you. So once you scale your shopping, you'll be able to see the money that you will really be able to save.
Now, do you keep track of that for people, or basically they have to have their own Quicken up and running at the same time, or do you
Well,
keep?
you know what? A lot of times people will be on another website actually, and they'll be about to check out, and that's where we say before you check out on any website, always come to GiftFind, search for the product, check the price. You know, we're just trying to make sure the industry's fair and that nobody's, you know, taking advantage of the customers too much. You know, there's no reason in my mind an item that is the same should be $500 and $300. You know, I just don't believe that's fair. So that's our whole goal is before you buy, check our site, and our whole goal will be to show you the lowest price.
Where do you draw the line? I mean, if you've done all the work, you're about ready to check out, and now you want to go check GiftFind, and GiftFind has it, but it's only like $5 less, or you know, something small. Does it make sense to switch over, or?
You know, that's where it's totally up to the consumer itself. We like to say check us before you buy, or if you're shopping, use us to shop before you buy. It works both ways, but you know, it's always up to the consumer. If you're looking for 5-day delivery instead of 30 days or 10 days, you know, you might have to pay a little more. So, like I said, the situation's never the same, but it's always up to the consumer. We're just trying to help provide the lowest price and the most information for you so that you feel like you're getting a good deal also.
What if a consumer finds a lower price than what you have that you're showing on GiftFind? Do you offer them a method of letting you know that so you can adjust accordingly?
If they do, they can send us a suggestion. Maybe the store would not be in our database currently, which would be the reason, or we're just not lining it up with the item at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
But usually, like I said, that's not the case. Most of the time, you'll see we're very competitive and right on par with the market.
So that's right in line with how your users can help you to grow, is it?
Yeah, you know, our users, we want them to tell each other and tell their friends about this. You know, it's the best way to shop online. Like you said earlier, with the internet and online shopping just growing so much recently, it's, you know, with so much stuff out there, it's almost impossible to sift through it without an aggregate site these days.
Yeah, I would tend to agree, and of course now we're right. Really, in the middle of the holiday shopping, you picked a great time to come online. So,
yeah.
Certainly to do that. Jason, we're at the bottom of the hour. We're going to take a little break, and then we're going to come back to you, okay? So if you could stand by. We've got lots more questions. You're listening to the Computer America Show. Ben and I are talking to Jason Brown, the CEO and founder of GiftFind. It's an online aggregator of places that
price comparison.
Yeah, to find the comparison, so you can compare them. We're going to take a break. Another News Tips Bulletin review from Marty Winston, a brand new one, and we'll be back with them right after this. Hi, this is Craig Crossman, host of the Computer America Show. You have important meetings to schedule. Your company's getting ready for its IPO, and you're in charge of the PTA fundraiser this month. So how do you coordinate everyone to be available at the same time? Are you still using emails, phone calls, even text messages to schedule meetings with a group of people? How's that working out for you? Not so great, huh? It's a fact that every day, millions of people suffer from scheduling headaches. Well, with Doodle, scheduling meetings with a group of people is quick and easy. With Doodle, you can easily propose available times to each member. Each one checks off the times that they're available, and then you simply pick the time that works best for the group, all in an easy-to-read display that integrates with your existing calendar. Nothing could be more simple. Give Doodle a try for free, and like millions of Doodle users, you'll truly see how easy it is to find the perfect date and time for all your meetings. That's www.doodle.com. Looking for a best friend? Brother Wolf Animal Rescue has your best friend waiting just for you. The mission of Brother Wolf Animal Rescue is to help build a sustainable, no-kill community where no dogs or cats are ever killed for population control, where true euthanasia is reserved only for animals who are irremediably suffering, or for animals who are truly a threat to society and with no hope of rehabilitation. Brother Wolf staff and volunteers go door to door, neighborhood by neighborhood, to educate citizens about local resources available for at-risk pets and to help their families connect with those resources. Brother Wolf's community-based approach to no-kill helps keep family pets healthy, happy, and in their homes and out of the local shelter system in the first place. For more information or to make a tax-deductible donation to this wonderful 501c3 organization, visit their website at www.bwar.org. Help to realize Brother Wolf's vision when no animal is euthanized for lack of a home.
Who's a good boy?
Had a photographic memory, just couldn't get anything to develop. Hi, Marty Winston, News Tips Bulletin for Computer America. This time, Bet It. Bet It has a band or ribbon that you double stick attached to the bedding under your sheets, crosswise to your chest. It talks to a companion app over Bluetooth Smart to monitor your sleep. So while it's a nice sleep tracker with no wearables involved, the thin ribbon piezo sensor strip is what got our attention. It tracks heart and breathing rates and more. That thin ribbon is a single sensor that can potentially measure pressure, acceleration, temperature, strain, or force, as if a microphone and a bathroom scale got married and had a long, thin baby. It takes a whopping lot of processing to drive so much data from a single sensor. On the other hand, we can think of a zillion other cool ways to deploy that sensor. So bottom line, the Bet It Sleep Tracker provides a clever way to let our sleep talk to us. Marty Winston, News Tips Bulletin for Computer America.
Welcome back to the Computer America Show. Yes, that was Marty Winston with a News Tip Bulletin review. Our second new one, you'll be hearing that one all week. And yeah, we are back with GiftFind.ca or GiftFind.net. And yeah, it's a great price comparison tool that you should be using whenever you've searched for a product, because let's face it, it's the internet. It's not like the old days where you have to drive from store to store to store. You can just go to one website, type in one product, and you can find it all right there, easy to use. And let Jason Brown do all the hard work for you. You don't have to do it. But it's and we're kind of going over, and yes, you come out during the holidays, and that brings up a point where how do you deal with deals? Because these things, sometimes deals, and especially close to the holidays, sometimes they happen for 24 hours only. Perhaps they happen for an entire week. How often do you update for deals? Like, are you going to show?
So that's a great question. What we do with the deals and everything in general is our prices. We're updated almost live, and if not live, it'll be every 48 hours, I believe. We have systems running that are doing that for us. So we try and keep the data and all the prices always up to date, most recent. So if there's a sale, like you said, going on for a week, it'll be updated right away. We do have most of the big brands being pulled live.
Okay. Well, here's an email from, we submitted a question from one of our listeners who's listening right now. Jason, he asked the question. He says, I just did a search for an item on GiftFind, and it shows it on Amazon for $44.95. But when I clicked Visit Store, I assume that's on the GiftFind website, the lowest price is $70 plus shipping, and it is listed as a used product. What's going on?
Interesting. That's a very rare case. Like I said, usually it's pulled live, so what could have happened is because of the live situation, it could have just sold out his item, and as he went to the site, it's literally might take, an hour or so to get the live update and the refresh in the cache.
Uh-huh. So does that happen often, or you're saying that's kind of a rare thing?
No, that's very, very rare. Usually all the sites for Amazon.com and .ca are pulled live, and they should be accurate there.
Okay.
But I guess just like our listener, you're going to find out pretty quick if there is a discrepancy, because it's going to send you directly to the product page, and if it's a different price or what have you, at least there it's going to be updated very, very quick. It's not like you're going to check out on GiftFind.net and it's going to be some kind of snafu in the wiring. Like, you're going to know.
Exactly.
Okay. So talk to us a little bit about, again, since you're in the middle of all this, we had was in the news, Ben and I had announced that online commerce had surpassed brick and mortar shopping, which was a real landmark. What are your views on the future of e-commerce, since you're right, again, in the middle of this?
It's a great question, because e-commerce, the one thing really holding it back, I find, is the shipping times and the shipping costs. Like I said, duty we can deal with, but it's really just the wait times and the shipping costs that's really a big problem in keeping the actual physical retail going, is because sometimes people don't want to wait that long. So my views on the industry and where it's going is that if, in general, shipping can get into 24-hour, 48-hour zone, you're really going to see an explosion in the online game, because with such efficiency, being able to get anything you want at your door quickly, that should really change the consumer behavior in the market.
So you're saying delivery is delivery issues is key to the future of e-commerce? How fast people can get the product?
Of course, because like right now, let's be real, Amazon is really great, Walmart is great, but not everybody is great at getting you the product quick and cheap. So we need the whole market to sort of catch up to that. Because if you can sort of buy from anywhere and get your product within 48 hours, no matter where it was purchased, you've got a whole new market dynamic for consumers then.
But doesn't that cost of shipping factor in? I mean, obviously, if you're a Walmart or a large company like an Amazon, you can deal with that. But if you're a little mom and pop who have some very exclusive items that you're looking to sell, you can't compete with that kind of delivery, or can you?
No, you can. It's up to you where you're pricing. If you've got a unique item, that price should not, if it's not a duplicate item that somebody else is selling,
right?
You should be able to compete in the market just fine. I, for example, sell a lot of slot car race sets through my one site. It's called Race World Canada. Mm-hmm. Slot car racing, you can drive these cars around the track, a lot of fun. And, just in general,
yeah,
good example of that. But going forward, the market, it's drastically changing, and I have a lot of experience in logistics. And like I said, just delivery in general, because it can take a week, it can take 30 days from China. It's, it hasn't totally shifted the market yet, even though it is shifting the market. But once the China delivery and delivery from other countries is really enhanced, you'll find that the whole market's really going to explode.
It hasn't exploded already?
It already has, but if you think this is explosion, right, just wait until that happens. You might even see, retail, just hanging on, physical retail.
Well, but are you of the opinion that physical brick and mortar stores are doomed to extinction? They can't be. I mean,
no,
stores
not doomed. Not doomed. There'll always be a reason, to go get your physical, but as the data shows, you can see the online's already overpassed it. So in 5 years, the growth, if it continues online, it's really going to look like a one-way battle.
Well, what's this? I mean, people. I hear stories like people will go to a Best Buy, they'll go and look at the items and everything, and then they'll go back home and they'll order it on Amazon for cheaper. I hear that all the time.
It's exactly what we're talking about. People want to be sure that they're getting the best deal, so they know that online they can check a lot of different places.
I mean, I went to a Best Buy a couple of weeks ago. I wanted to buy something, and before I went there, I went online just to shop around, and I found it for $20. This item was for $20 cheaper. I was going to Best Buy. I found it online, $20 cheaper. You want to know where it was $20 cheaper, Jason? The Best Buy website.
Amazon.
No, the Best Buy website.
Oh, there you go. Amazing.
I walk into the store, and there it is for $99. And I'm at the cash register, and I took a printout, and I unfolded a sheet of paper, and I said, and I showed it to the guy. I said, "You're selling this for $20 cheaper on your own website."
Free shipping too, right?
No, click, and done. But had I not done that, I would have spent $20 more.
Yeah, I'd recommend just pull your phone out, check my website when you're shopping in the stores, and you'll see we got Best Buy in there.
Now, is that just because it's an oversight? Because their IT department can't keep up with all of this? I mean, what causes things like that to happen? I mean, there's no own website.
Physical retailing, it costs money to put the product in the store. So when the product is in the main distribution center for a Walmart, for example, it's going to cost them X amount to put that product from the main distribution center into the store, which can also help lift the product prices sometimes. So because you're ordering online, they're able to ship out of their main warehouse, and that's able to lower their overhead.
Yeah, but
they offer you the better price.
But they always say we'll match the price no matter where it is. This happened to be at their own website, but I had found, and it was, I couldn't find anything cheaper anywhere else. So then I came in and I showed them that.
Yeah, so that would just be an internal issue on their side then, misgaming people.
Yeah, exactly. And you wonder how many they sell that way, and people don't know. But
yeah, with so many products, you'll never know the actual error count. Really, there's millions of products. So,
is it ever going to smooth up? Is because we're dealing with humans that there are always going to be errors like that, or is automation going to make that basically go away?
It's a hybrid. Automation will never be automated without manual input, so it's totally a hybrid for everyone in the game. And everyone, I believe in our goal, like I said at GiftFind, is just to promote a fair marketplace to everyone where they can see everything and they're not getting taken advantage of.
And we certainly don't like to be being taken advantage of, but
no one does.
No one does. But at the same time, I guess you can't rely on them just being, when you walk in the store you're going to see the lowest price, because that's not going to happen. You're going to, I guess it's the informed consumer is the one that's going to benefit the most.
Of course, and sometimes they'll roll the price back online, but maybe it takes them a week or two to change it in the store, or vice versa, right? So
yeah,
that can cause that.
So is there like would you say in your experience, building this and curating this, would you say there's a certain point where it's like, oh, that's $5, there's really no point in looking that up online, or would you say that almost anything that you purchase is worth looking at?
Honestly, pretty much anything is worth looking up, because there's so much money to be saved. If you're going to go buy 10 $5 items, but you can save $2 on each $5 item, it's still going to be worth your while. And, every dollar counts for every purchase for the next, 5 years that you're shopping.
Wow.
You got to think of it like that, right? You're always purchasing, so let's try and save when we're purchasing.
Yeah, exactly. So basically, your site is completely free to use at this point, because, as you say, it's just starting out. Do you find eventually that there are going to be places where you're going to start charging as GiftFind comes more onto its own?
For the user, it's always going to be free. So for anyone shopping, it will always be free. You can create an account on our website, one of the features I haven't mentioned, and you can actually save products. So if you see something you like, or maybe it's too high right now, or you want to get it later, you can save it to your account and then go check the price, every month or every 2 weeks, and see if it's up or down.
So the benefit for registering at GiftFind is to keep some archival information.
Of course.
Which
you can write product reviews also. Once you're registered with the website, you'll be able to add to our database of product reviews if you have any input.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, we hope everyone's going to join in together to sort of create a great place for everyone to shop.
Any other benefits to registering at GiftFind?
Any other benefits? You can save your products. You can, like I said, watch for the cheapest price. We do have a price alert actually coming, so when you have a product saved, you can set your price for that product if it's too high, and when the product hits that price, we're going to be emailing you.
That's nice. So that's a future.
Price alert, we're going to call it.
Do other websites have that now? But it's only just for their own web. That's only just for their.
I mean, personally, I definitely know that feature from Steam, but that's not the same.
Yeah, it's out there. It's not big. Like I said, the one thing that's really good about us is because we have the product you're looking for, we can even give you a price alert. A lot of the other places aren't even going to have what you're looking for or a fair comparison. So their price alert's probably going to be biased, not ours.
Okay. So what are some of the best ways to find the best price on products, Jason?
Like I said, so when you're shopping price comparison sites, you use GiftFind in general. Great place to start. But if you've already found yourself on your favorite site and you're about to check out, we always suggest visiting a price comparison site, specifically GiftFind. And make sure you see the different prices, the people selling it, read the product reviews, and make sure you're making the right purchase decision for yourself.
So, if someone came to you and said, "Okay, why should I use GiftFind?" What would you say to them? Why?
Why aren't you using GiftFind? Honestly, it would be the real question. It goes back to people not knowing what price comparison websites are. Once you realize I don't sell anything and I'm just trying to save you time and money, it's almost a no-brainer when you see the 500 stores I'm scanning for you.
The knee-jerk reaction from consumers. When you hear somebody say, "I'm not trying to sell you anything," that's when all the alert buttons go off. Yeah. So you have to kind of get around that, don't you?
Well, that's the one thing, is we don't sell anything. And like I said, once people understand what price comparison is, and they'll understand that we're just a neutral player in the market, we're just trying to make everything clear for everyone and act as an intermediary. We are not selling anything. We just direct you to your favorite stores.
I think Ben is on your website right now, and he's looking at drones.
Yeah, I think he just found one there.
Yeah, it's funny because I assume that you're Canadian. And the fact that the price differences between Amazon US and Amazon Canada are so drastic, I feel bad.
It's nuts, eh? Especially with the currency conversion going on right now. There's a lot of savings to be had for people in the US buying in Canada, and also vice versa.
Really? It's good both.
Yeah.
It's really good in both directions. Usually one suffers. Yeah. Why is that?
The U.S. dollar is so powerful right now that you guys actually are going to get a lot more for your dollar. So even though it might be 70 Canadian, that 70 Canadian might only be 40 American, really.
So the idea is try to find the item in Canada.
Yeah, type in the search bar while you're there. Type in, GTA 5 or GoPro Hero 4, and you'll see we make good matches. Like I said, the one thing we really focus on is the more popular the product or the book or video game, the more matches you're usually going to see for that item because it's more popular. So when you find more rare items and stuff like that.
Now, Ben, I know you do a lot of shopping on Amazon. I think you're actually an Amazon Prime member, so I know you do a lot of that. I know you've just been noodling around a little bit on it. Do you think this is something you might want to use yourself? I'm just kind of curiosity, Ben.
What, a GiftFind?
Yeah.
Oh, of course. It really just goes back down to it. How easy is it to use? And if this was convoluted and it took a while to use, and it was it broke up the flow of want a product, find a product, buy a product, then it would it probably wouldn't be that attractive of a service. But it really doesn't break it up. I mean, it fits right in nicely with want a product, find a product, and it fits in right there nicely. That you can just use the service and it's not going to redirect you, take too much time. It's just another good service to use when shopping online.
Now, when you go to giftfind.net, it redirects you to giftfind.ca, which is Canada's.
Yeah, currently we're running .ca as our main. What we're working on actually is an international IP targeter, so that's going to redirect everyone from the US to a US version, a Canadian version. So right now we've built and launched the main public version, which is going to be expanding outwards into each country.
Mm-hmm. Where is that mall that I'm looking at in your homepage? It looks really slick.
I'm really not sure. We change the homepage picture, every other day or so. So
yeah, it looks. I wasn't sure if that was photoshopped or if that's an actual mall someplace.
Yeah, it's a mall somewhere. It looks like.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you're taking requests for features or anything like that.
Yeah, we are.
But one thing that might be a little fun with this is and this might this is again borrowing from the airlines, but kind of a price chart or over time
price
kind
graph,
of thing.
Correct?
Price graph, yes. Yeah. Where you show how much it was 6 months ago, 3 months ago, and stuff like that. Would something like that be interesting?
Yeah, that was
guys?
coming out with our price alert feature. The price graph and price alert are actually working together on the same thing.
So you seem to be on the right track.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit. We're almost out of time. Tell us a little bit what we're going to see from GiftFind in the upcoming months ahead. Jason? What are we going to?
You're going to see our mobile site's going to come out, so you'll be able to find us in the App Store. You can already use us on your mobile phone, so don't worry. Just go to the internet browser, giftfind.net, giftfind.ca. You can find us there. And just a lot of new features. If you keep checking in on the site, we're going to be adding new features. Like you said, the price alerts, the price graphs. We've got some conversion tools coming. So not only will we show you the different prices in the currency, but we're going to be converting that into your currency also.
So you don't have to do the calculations. It's all
exactly. We're going to take out as much work out of the process as we can for you.
And again, the service giftfind.net or .ca completely free to the end users.
Completely free.
Never charge, certainly so. And again, I guess the best thing is when you're ready to click the buy, when you finally find what you want, open up another tab, because you won't find it on the site that says check GiftFind. But you go up another tab and go to giftfind.net or giftfind.ca and look for the product there and see, and then compare.
And the search bar is the way to go. Whether you're typing in a general word, 21st birthday gift idea, or the specific product, that search bar is very capable at finding what you're looking for.
Yeah, exactly. Any other thoughts that you want to let our listeners know about GiftFind, Jason, before we say good afternoon to you?
No, we hope everyone's been having a good holiday season and shopping online and having fun, and we just hope we can save you some time and money. Check our site before you buy, and hopefully we'll save you a lot of money this Christmas.
And that's what it's all about, I guess, saving money.
Exactly.
So you can buy even more gifts.
Yeah.
Jason, listen, it was a pleasure having you here on the show. Thank you so much for being here with us, and have a great afternoon, and best of luck to you. All right?
Thanks a lot for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Take care. Have a good
one.
All right.
All right. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, so there you go. GiftFind. You can check it out for yourself. And certainly, I can't see anything wrong with it. I just see things that are right with this. I don't see any objections. It makes perfect sense.
like they're not adding a convenience fee. They're not,
No.
making you check out from their store instead. They're not adding another layer
No.
where they're trying to make money. They make their money clearly through referrals,
Mhm.
but at the end of the day, you have to find these products some way.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I think the best thing is, if you're at the checkout and just before you hit that buy button, go to giftfind.net or giftfind.ca and see if you can find a better deal. According to Jason, you have a very good chance of doing just that. All right. Well, we got. I know you're going to go out to the Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas and CES and Showstoppers. Let's talk a little bit about that and what your plans are, Ben.
For CES?
And for Showstoppers, yeah.
Yeah. For CES and Showstoppers, we should be flying out there. The 5th Showstopper should be the 6th, and we're going to be touring the complex, touring the convention center, the 7th, 8th, and the 9th, checking out all the different products. But we still need to hammer out the details with our other correspondents, and a lot of our friends of the show are going to be out there helping to hold it down during the on-air interview. But be sure to tune into Computer America on those days to get some very cool things. Although we're also going to need a co-host for you.
Yes, now that's true. Now, when you're doing it live, are you going because remember we're on 3 to 5 Eastern time, which is what, noon?
1 to 3.
1 to 3. So will you be at Showstoppers? You can do the show live with me then.
I will be live on the floor at Showstoppers.
Yes. Okay. Well, we can always get your brother, Aaron, to fill in.
Yeah. You could get backup. You could get backup, but we're just going to find you a co-host. We're taking applications now, folks.
Right. Exactly. Submit your entries right now. We want a complete resume of your experience.
And how much you're going to pay us?
Yeah. How much you're going to pay us to do it? Exactly. But obviously it's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be very, I think, eye-opening for you because this is your first time out there, and I think what's going to happen is we're going to try to find not only the big names but also a lot of the little companies that are kind of sequestered away.
I'm getting this unfortunate feeling because I am getting a lot of emails from different things. It's like, hey, come check us out at booth number 7335, and I'm like, I think there's going to be about 13,000 booths out there set up, or 13,000, 17,000. Like, there's going to be multiple thousand booths set up. And, like, even if I wanted to give every single booth 2 minutes of my time, I would be over by about 3 weeks where I wouldn't be able to see everyone. Well, so I think the hardest thing is going to be able to, wade through all the stuff that, folks, I'm going to try to do it for you guys, but, find the stuff that isn't going to appeal to you. And just find the good stuff, and that's going to be the hard part because it is going to be my first time.
Yeah, but they do have floor maps, with the numbered. So
they do have floor maps, but at the same time, when there's multiple thousands of booths, you better hope that your booth is not at the end of Wing C, and you need to be over at the beginning of Wing A. You know what I mean?
I think it's sort of like a grocery store experience. You try to, wherever you are at the moment, you look all around and see if there's anything of interest in that general vicinity.
See, but I'm not good at the grocery store either. It's whatever. Like, I want the milk, which is in aisle 1, and then I want a sub, which is in aisle 18. I'm not good at this kind of thing.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have. Well, the Pop Zara crew is gonna be out there with you, so maybe they'll give you some guidance or some hints. Hey, come with us and check this out. And of course, Sandy Berger, our consumer electronics expert, she's going to be out there. And I think Josh Boykin from Pop Zara is going to be out there. A number of our correspondents. Mike Cermak, our techguy.org, had made some noise too that he actually might go out. There. He was going, oh, maybe I will this year. He wants to get away from.
I don't know. He has that kid. I don't know.
Well, maybe he wants to get away from the kid. That's what I'm saying.
Vegas is the place to get away from your kid. That is true.
That's true. So it's kind of escapist stuff. Well, anyhow, Ben's going to be out there, and hopefully, if you plan to visit the Consumer Electronics Show, keep an eye out for Ben. You might run into him, and it'll certainly be a lot of fun, kind of hooking up with him. Okay, I think that about wraps up everything we're going to do. Now, for this week, we got a fairly what I like to call an easy calendar this week. Tomorrow we're going to have it's going to be our Gamer Tuesday, and Josh Boykin is going to be with us for both hours. He's going to be talking about games, the post-Black Friday games, and how were the sales for gamers. Some of the things he's going to be talking about, and the Couch Co-op. Achieve victory together for the holidays. It's one of the things. He's also going to talk about the NX console. Okay, he will set Nintendo back on track in 2016. You know, these are some of the topics that we'll be talking with Josh tomorrow. And then, of course, Wednesday it's going to be Sandy Berger. Sandy's got a plethora of things that she's going to be talking about. And then Thursday, we're going to have MindSpark Interactive is going to be joining us. MindSpark Interactive, actually very interesting topic. Deb from MindSpark Interactive, Deb Josephs is going to be. She's the Senior Vice President of People Operations. She's going to be talking about getting a job, hiring in the tech industry. You know, so if you find yourself a candidate looking for work, or you're just getting your degree, and you're worried about getting a job, according to her, you have nothing to worry about.
90
Lots
seconds.
of jobs out there. And then on Friday, our good friend Ralph Bond from Autodesk will be joining us. Ralph Bond, going to be talking about all the cool stuff that he finds on the internet. Ralph has some really interesting things. He's got one of the items he's discovered. He's found a get this. It's a Bluetooth speaker that levitates, lights up, levitates, and it's a speaker. It's called the Ice Orb.
60 seconds.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, he's got all kinds of interesting. But also these new light bulbs that provide Bluetooth speakers that are light bulbs. And then he's going to have an e-bike, and he's got a watch for the true Mario fans. He's got a Mario Brothers watch.
Keep saying Mario.
Yeah, Mario. Mario. This watch costs $19,000.
Whenever you play the game, it doesn't say, it's a me, it's a Mario. It's Mario.
So anyway, until tomorrow afternoon, this is Craig Crossman hoping that your hard disk never becomes floppy. We'll see you then. Take care. Have a good one.
Bye, everyone.
10 seconds.
$19,000 for a watch?
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Okay, everybody, again, thanks so much for watching us on our live video, and Ben and I will see you tomorrow afternoon, same time. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.